In this video, you will learn how to solve different math problems to prepare for the SAT exam. It takes 8 people 12 hours to clean an office. How long would it take 6 people to clean the office? So in this problem, we are asked to solve for the time it takes for 6 people to clean an office. And we're given here that it takes 8 people 12 hours to clean an office. Analyzing the problem, there is an inverse relationship between the number of people and the time needed to clean the office. So the first thing we do is we calculate the total work units and then divide this by the new number of people. So how are we going to do that? So the total work units are found by multiplying the number of people by the hours needed to clean the office. So the number of people is 8, and then we multiply this by the hours needed to clean the office, which is 12 hours. And this would give us 96 people hours. We can just say person hours. And now to calculate the time for 6 people to clean the office, we just divide the total number of hours or total work units by the new number of people. So that would be 96 people a person hours divided by 6 people. So this would give us 16 hours. Right. So it would take 6 people 16 hours to clean the office. So the answer here is letter C, 16 hours. Let's solve this problem. In the diagram above, line AB is parallel to line CD. Where is line AB here? Okay, this one is parallel to line CD, and line EF, this one, is perpendicular to line CD. What is the measure of angle X? So we are asked to find the measure of that angle. All right, so let's analyze this diagram here. It says here that lines EF and CD are perpendicular. Therefore, triangles ILJ, this one, okay, triangles ILJ and JMK, this one, are right triangles. So that means the measure of the angles is equal to 90 degrees. And angles GIL, this one is GIL, and JKD, these are alternating angles since line AB and CD are parallel and cut by a transversal, which is GH. So this is the transversal GH. Therefore, angles GIL, this angle here, and JKD are congruent. So they both measure 140 degrees. So this is also equal to 140 degrees. Then angles JKD and JKM, where is M here? Cannot, okay, that one. So JKM, this one is JKM. All right, so angles JKD and angle JKM form a line. A line has 180 degrees, so the measure of angle JKM is just 180 degrees minus the measure of angle JKD, which is 140 degrees. Therefore, the measure of this is 40 degrees, this one. And take note that the sum of the measure of the angles in a triangle is also 180 degrees. Since we already knew that angle JMK is a right angle and it measures 90 degrees, and angle JKM is 40 degrees, therefore angle X here, okay, angle X is just equal to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees minus this angle, which is 40 degrees. And this is 180 degrees minus 130 degrees. Therefore, the measure of angle X is equal to 50 degrees. So the answer here is letter C. If the surface area of a cube is 384 square centimeters, what is the volume of the cube? Now, how do we solve for the surface area of a cube? The surface area of a cube is just equal to 6 times the square of its edge. So let's say the edge is A. Okay. A here is the length of one edge of the cube. Then to solve for the volume of the cube, volume is just equal to the cube of its edge. So that would be A cube. Since we're given here the surface area of the cube, then we can solve for A, or the length of one edge of the cube. We just have to substitute the value of the surface area that is given. So this would be 384 square centimeters equals 6A squared. And we divide both sides by 6. Then A squared is equal to 384 square centimeters over 6. And this is 64 square centimeters. And we just have to get the square root of both sides. Okay, so A squared is equal to 64 square centimeters. And then we get the square root of both sides to solve for A. Therefore, A here is equal to square root of 64 is 8. So 8 centimeters. And now we can solve for the volume. So volume is equal to A cubed. Okay, we plug in the value of A, which is 8 centimeters. And we get the cube of that. Therefore, the volume is just equal to 512 cubic centimeters. So the answer here is letter C.